ongoing teacher strike is a wake-up call on the government over the deteriorating education standards that could be directly linked to a clearly lopsided teacher-pupil ratio. But it is certainly a worrying development for thousands of candidates waiting to sit national examinations at both the primary and secondary level in 2 months' time. These candidates and their performance in the all-important examinations could end up paying the ultimate price, suffering as collateral damage should the industrial dispute be protracted. Their plight alone should be sufficient motivation for a speedy resolution to the dispute. The dispute is, however, an indictment on the government, especially in outlining its priorities. Nearly a decade since the marked spike in enrollment at both primary and secondary schools following the inception of free primary education, the government has done little to address the huge disparity in the teacher-pupil ratio. As it stands today, the country has a shortage of nearly 85,000 teachers. Out of this figure, primary schools suffer a deficit of over 49,000 teachers, while public secondary schools are in need of over 34,000 additional teaching staff. Little surprised that the duration has witnessed a corresponding dip in performance. Critics argue that by failing to adequately resolve this problem, the government has either intentionally or otherwise propagated a policy that disadvantages the children of the poor, the bulk of whom are the beneficiaries of public schools. The situation may also be viewed as an indictment on the National Assembly, especially in executing its newly acquired mandate in the budget-making process. It is Parliament that reallocated the 5.5 billion shillings Treasury had earmarked for the regularization of terms for 18,000 teachers currently employed on contract and the employment of another 10,000 teachers. Parliament's Budget Committee seemingly swept the plight of Kenya's children under the carpet and reallocated the money to the defense forces. Critics are bound to question, given that there is no imminent threat to its borders, isn't fixing the immense challenges facing the education sector a more pressing priority? Kenyans would be hoping that both parties in this dispute will seize the opportunity to not only fix the problem in the education sector, but also do it in a timely manner that will not jeopardize the future of the candidates waiting to sit their KCSE and KCPE.